Hey guys, today we're going to talk about that fabulous thing called the balancing act. And I know for many of us it's a struggle because we don't just get to wake up and do Scentsy when we want, and that's it for our day, night, and so forth. The reality is all of us have other things that we are committed to or responsible for. I know some of you, in fact, many of you have full-time jobs. That is your first and foremost responsibility, obviously, because you're providing for your family. A lot of you are husbands, wives, have spouses, partners, and have children as well, or grandchildren that you might be taking care of and such. So I totally understand the need for figuring out, how do I fit my balance? How do I balance my business around everything else that is going to be pulling at me? And I'm not saying that it is something that I've mastered. I certainly still struggle and I have my moments. But fortunately, because I have been with Scentsy now for over 10 years, I do have some systems in place that I'm continually tweaking and reworking, which have helped me significantly in trying to make sure that I'm meeting all of my family's needs and still finding time to work my business. So a couple of things that I want to introduce you to. One of the first things that I learned within my first year of business was a program by Belinda Ellsworth, who's an amazing presenter. She shares lots of different trainings and has done a lot of things for people in the direct sales. So one of her trainings that I initially took was called the Power Hour. And this is before Facebook and all of that fun stuff and social media. So this was, pre all of that. But basically her point was that we need to find time to do our work. And if we can come together and put together a system that is easy to do and can be duplicated by those in our downline, we can consistently work it and it will help keep us engaged. So learning that system was one of the best things that I did early out of the gate. And again, that was called the Power Hour. Now we have a much more shortened, sophisticated system and a lot more tools to help us in business. So we can even simplify it much, much more than when I initially had done it. So the Power Hour basically consists of finding time to do the four chords of our business. So we need to find time for follow-up, for sponsoring, for parties, all things around parties, host and host coaching. And in order to do that, then a lot of us need to have some type of a system that we can have with us or use. So whether we have 5 minutes today, 15 minutes tomorrow, or 3 hours with no kids and no responsibilities to work our business, we can maximize that. And the Power Hour, we actually have a document on our workstation under the business resources. Is a great document that gives you the visual that you can use to print these out, and you can use these to fill these out. I would highly encourage you to do so, because if you're like me, I'm a list person, and it really helps me if I have something to write things down. It helps keep me accountable. So I want to encourage you to do that. Also, if you're a paper and pencil person like myself, another great tool, if you search in there, action, there's some great daily action sheets that you can download. And if you search the word make a plan in your business resources, you can also plan out more extensively what your business is going to look like. So if you're a paper and pencil kind of person, I highly encourage you to get those resources, print them out, put them in your folder, and make it a priority to start using them. The Power Hour was a game changer for me. And like I said, now it's much easier. The second part of this, so your first task is to get the Power Hour documents, and any others you feel will be helpful. Secondly, the next piece to this is follow-up. And this is probably the most critical thing you can do for business. So whether you have 2 customers or 2,000 customers, this is key. And I assure you, this is what will make the difference between your business now and years to come. I still have customers from my very first year in business. And I truly believe it's because I understood and was taught the importance of follow-up. Now, for me personally, I absolutely love the new option that we have called Maven. And you'll see in the post, I shared information. Some of you may already be using Maven. Maybe some of you did the trial, which is free for 30 days for consultants for the premium version. Maybe you didn't really maximize it. Maybe you didn't invest any time in going on the Scentsy Facebook page for Maven consultants and really finding out all the great things that it can do for you. But I assure you, if you're on the go like me and you're gone more than you're home, or you have your day job and you need to be able to fit this in all around everything else that is demanding in your life, then this Maven app truly will simplify your world when it comes to follow-up. So I want to highly, highly, highly encourage you to be using it. If you've used the free trial period already, then you need to go in and subscribe to the premium plan, which will cost you $7.99 a month. And eventually, if you want to do the yearly plan, it will save you some money by paying out for your year. But you are going to find you're going to make far more than that $7.99 a month in sales if you're using it the way you can and should be using it. So you have 2 lessons or 2 homework assignments. Number 1, get the Power Hour documents. Number 2 is make sure that you have the Maven app and that you are using it. If you're currently using it, and so this is an easy one for you, share what you love about Maven, because my list is long and I don't want to keep you guys that long on this video. And I can assure you it has truly increased my PRV and my ability to stay in touch with my customers. If you want more information, details about the Power Hour, Belinda Ellsworth is the name of the gal who I first learned this training from. I'm sure you can search her on YouTube, Belinda Ellsworth and the Power Hour, and get some great information from her on how to utilize this to the maximum. But the follow-up piece, I'm telling you guys, if you have a phone, you are going to want Maven. So get it, start using it, get it all set up, get your account created, because we're going to be making the most of this as we move forward.